Hey, it's Mikey Mike. Hey, we are at 6 Mile Cove today, and man, we had a great time. It was just right before Labor Day weekend, and the winds were up on Thursday. Got there Wednesday night and camped over. Here's the road to 6 Mile Cove, and then we go for a hardly anybody there, so everybody's doing self-launches because everybody's out in the water. And I'm parked off to the left, and this is somebody else's vehicle that I was able to launch off of. Mine was a little close to another vehicle. So trying to get all my stuff together here. And I usually use a different little carabiner, but you know, you kind of use what you have there. And I noticed that my little bungees were out, so just tighten those up just a little bit. Make sure everything's nice and settled before you get launched. And she's all strapped down to her car. There's my car off to the side there, the little white car. And prepping to self-launch and checking the lines. This is what's nice about self-launching. You check your lines before you get going instead of trying to roll your kite around on the sand or the rocks. And then notice there was a little bit of a tangle, so I went to fix that. And then back to self-launching again, and still nobody on the beach to help, so getting pretty proficient at self-launching. And the winds were probably about 15 to about 20 right now. It was nice and smooth, no gusts, and it was pretty easy. So just set and forget the kite there and jog up back to your bar. And the first thing I do is I get my safety on in case there's a problem, and then I can always ditch the kite but not have it go flying off too far. And just keep an eye on the kite at the same time. While you're watching that, keep an eye on the kite, and then slowly lift the kite up so you're not to drag it across the rocks too sharp and fast. And a nice easy launch, and we're going to work our way out to the water. There's my car off to the side. Great camp spot, hardly anybody there for Labor Day weekend, at least beginning of it, and then it picked up a little bit later. So going strapless and just kind of bounce the feet up on the board and dive the kite. Getting pretty good at that. And it's working out good. And there's not that much wind right in the cove. You got to get out just past the point, and then it picks right up. But we're doing pretty good. We're going to kind of skim the coast or that point here. We're on the 6.2 surfboard, just regular style surfboard. Picked that thing up on like OfferUp or Facebook or something like that for like $85. And I put some pads on there, and it is perfect. I love it. Nice and floaty, and good for lighter wind sessions. And you can see us skimming the little point here. Water's crystal clear, so nice and so warm. I cut one of my my older wetsuits. I just cut the legs and arms off it and used it as a shorty, and it worked perfect. It was awesome. Why spend the money if you don't have to? So I'll make the transition around the point, and then it's easy sailing from here on out. And today's once again all about transitions, so I was trying to get my transitions on, and I didn't do that great. A lot better at Sherman Island, that's for sure. So I'm just trying to get my feet together, kind of do like a little hang 10 move here, and then switch my feet, and it just wasn't working out. I just can't go fast enough or something. So there's my feet going together, and then the board just kicks out in front of me, and I fall off to the side. Oh. Almost had it. Almost had it. So once again, the water's super warm and it was super nice. Oh my gosh, there was about 5 kiters out on Thursday, and it was amazing winds. It was great. There was 0 wind on Friday, so got out at the right time. So just trying to get my feet back up on the board here. Quickly pop those feet up on the board and dive the kite. And we're up and riding again. So the strapless thing is getting a little bit easier every time. That's for sure. Sorry about that camera angle here. It's kind of a little crooked. I don't know why I didn't adjust that. Oh, there we go. We adjusted a little bit. So once again, all about trying to transition, and sometimes I could do it, sometimes I just couldn't, and I'd just fall back in the water, and that was it. fell back in the water, just spun the board around, got busy again. So there was, I was on the shorter board, and it worked out pretty well. That's the 5.7, or no, the 5.10. This gentleman here, he was awesome, and his dog, he went out for a nice swim. See how flat the water is? This is the next morning. He's trying to check out my trash that I have hanging on the side of the car. But it was a great day, great weekend. Dumped the trash off there at the trash bin before heading up the road. And we had a cool trip. We since there was no wind the next couple days, I went up to Oatman, which is just on the other side of Laughlin. And my mom lives really close to there, so it was 10 minutes from her house. And I went to this place called Oatman, Arizona. Definitely a must-see old miners' camp. So the road wasn't too bad. It was fairly smooth. Not a lot of washboard. It just rained, so the dust was down pretty well, at least, especially on Thursday. It wasn't too crazy. You see the lake behind us and go on a cruise. But 6 Mile Cove, that's the road. And now we're heading towards Oatman, and the first thing you see is a big mule coming down the road. And he wanted to say hi. So just make sure you're going. I think the speed limit is like 35 miles an hour on this road. Now you know why, because there's mules all over the place, and they're all over the town. And he's like, hey, what's up? And he cruises by, see if you have some food or some water. And my wife was there the next day, and she was feeding him oats and stuff. Actually got to spend some time with my mom. There she is right there. Hey, Mom. And she's hanging out with the mules. They have a cool little old mine there. Got to go explore a little bit. A little sketchy in there, but yeah, it was fun. And they got it all set up for people to go through. It was about 80 feet long. It wasn't too crazy. Stay out, stay alive. Yeah, no kidding. And then back to the mules all over town. They had a cool little gunfight at high noon in the middle of the street. Oatman, really fun. So if you're out kiting and you have a lack of wind day, it's about an hour or so away from 6 Mile Cove in Nevada. A lot of fun. So, all right, this is Mikey Mike. Hey, make sure you leave some comments down below. Plan on going back to 6 Mile here pretty quick before I get my knee surgery, and yeah, see if my knees hold up. All right, man. Peace.